legacy systems, it does almost to a degree increase your need for integration, which is why the book is even more applicable to you, is that we have, say, a DB2 database on a mainframe over here. And in this case, believe it or not, and we see this quite a bit on open systems over here, we actually have a Java app using Hibernate that talks to this database, right? Great, looks easy. Take this database, move it down here, put it into Oracle.
Okay.
Problem is that you have a VB app that's on open systems right now. You have two COBOL apps. This is part of app 1. This is part of app 2. So these two COBOL apps, what they do is that they write data over to another database. So we call this database 1, database 2. This app still needs to get information from. It still needs access. So what you did is that in the past, because these were all inside of DB2 on one database on the mainframe, is that they could share the information quite easily, exchange it with themselves, write to it. But now what you've done is you've taken that data source and you put it outside now. So what we're proposing, and we're in the early stages here, so it's very appropriate timing, is that, and it goes back to the book once again, is Oracle has a Oracle DREA gateway. So it's an integration method talked about specifically in the book for this reason. So what we're planning on doing is it can push pull, right? Mm-hmm. So part of it is what we're going to do is potentially, we're still trying to figure this out, is that the information, instead of it accessing, it needed to access up here, right?
Right.
So we can actually do inserts and sort of replicate the data, if you will, into this database.
So sort of make it so it looks like the one
Exactly.
that was before.
There was before. Yeah, make it look like it's talking here and here. Now we just add the data over here, so it just looks like it's still getting it off the main frame. Right? So this app, because the problem, like I mentioned, is that we don't have control of this app. This app is owned by a different organization. Mm-hmm. They can't make any changes to it, so we don't want to force them to make it.
And I can also imagine a case where even if they did have that app's still working, it's working fine, it's meeting their needs,
right.
So they don't really want to change it.
They don't want to change it, because one of the things we did talk about, Lawrence, is that there is the capability within Oracle, because you can run an Oracle on the mainframe, is to say, oh, change this app, and then we'll just write down over here, right. Perhaps, you know. But that's making them change. So part about integration is being non-intrusive with your integration.
And maybe in the future they may want to do that, but right now this is the big issue.
This is the solution. So one of them is, like I said, the DRDA gateway allows you to sort of push data, if you will. It also allows you to select data, because this other database over here has someone calling you for an integration. So this database over here, what we're going to do is create some views, so you can actually do a select, and this select within the Oracle database will look like it's just part of any other Oracle database, but actually it's going up to the mainframe to do a DB2 select as well. Nice. So
another way of integration.
Another way of integration, and just very timely, because this ties in, you know, our modernization efforts with the fact that when you do a modernization, these systems are very, very big. Sure. And just taking one system off the mainframe is difficult enough. When you take one system off the mainframe, I can guarantee you in almost all cases, they're going to be other systems that
Right.
communicate either with the database that's taken off the mainframe, or they communicate with other databases that are staying on the mainframe, which share information from that database you're taking off the mainframe. So in almost all cases, I would say almost, I hate to say 100%, this is a very simple environment, very simple. I could draw you a much more complicated environment than this. Very simple environment. We're doing integration based because of a modernization effort.